し生まれ変わったらその時はさ
Hello loves, welcome back to another video. Today we are reading an Asano Gakushū X listener. This one is titled Sophisticated and it is a one-shot. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Is he serious? I thought to myself as I stormed out of the classroom. The reason I'm mad is because that stupid Asano Gakushū threatened to send me to E-class if I didn't clean the school basement. I get it, I'm in B class, but whatever. He couldn't have gotten someone else to do it? Like, there are plenty of other people who would actually be willing to do it if he was the one to ask. He didn't even have the audacity to ask me himself. I fumed, steam practically coming from my head. He had one of his stupid minions do it for him. He was there though, and holding me by my freaking arms too. Little twat. Ugh. I rolled my eyes, just thinking about it. I know why he did it though. I sighed and snatched the bucket and mop from the janitor's closet. Yeah, we have a janitor. So why, you may ask, am I the one who has to clean the basement? Well, that's pretty simple. Flashback. Look, all I'm saying is you can be a little obnoxious sometimes. I put my hands up in defense. Me and my friend were talking about the Big Five and how mean they could be sometimes, especially to E-class. The one and onlys happened to be passing by and Teppy couldn't keep his big mouth shut. What was that? Some lowly B-class students talking trash? He called. My friend was sucking on a juice box and they damn near spit everything they had drunk out. They tried to correct us, but seeing them struggling to please an obnoxious jerk, I was having none of it. Thankfully, their leader was nowhere to be found. Yet. My bright mind thought that this was all I needed to be able to speak my mind. I'd slap my past self if I could. I stepped in front of my friend, placing a hand in front of them while facing Teppy. Look, I don't know if you get off talking down on others, but I don't appreciate you talking to my bestie like that, I said, standing my ground. Claps then sounded from behind me and my friend. We both turned around simultaneously. As I turned, I saw the slightest smirk tugging at Teppy's lips. Needless to say, my heart dropped. Me and my friend faced the person clapping, fully. That's when it stopped. In front of us was their leader, their lone wolf of a leader. Bravo, Asano said, walking towards us. He put his arms around both of our necks, turning us around as he did so. We once again faced Teppy and the rest of the Big Five. Never would I have imagined that some low-life B-class would talk back to an A-class student. He looked down at me, and I looked away. He then turned his head to my friend. You tried to apologize, so I'll let you off, just this once. He unwrapped his arm from their neck and motioned for them to leave. They did, with a small worried face directed towards me. I tried to muster a smile, but it was hopeless. My eyes gave me away almost instantly. You, however, his grip tightened on me, and I closed my eyes, ready for something or someone to hit me. I almost broke my neck at how much I turned it the opposite way, but nothing came. I slightly opened one eye to see Asano grinning. He pushed me in between him and the others. Now, for your punishment. He tapped his chin. Cleaning the basement sounds good enough. He looked at the other boys. Will that do? Ugh, really? I'd rather be sent to E-class than listen to you two have fun deciding my undeserving punishment. Yeah, sounds good. And if I don't? I forcefully retracted my arm out of Asano's grip. Their smiles widened. You'll be sent to E-class. You know, since you're all high and mighty, I'll forgive you if you just apologize. I scoffed and spat. Never, Teppy. Venom seeping through with each word that left my mouth. So sad. He sighed and backed up. If you don't, I'll make sure you're sent to E-class, Asano stated behind me. I gulped. Huh? Looks like they are scared of something. Ren pressed, narrowing his eyes. As if. I scoffed again. So you're fine with being sent to. Before Asano could finish, I reluctantly gave in. Fine! I began to stomp away. Oh, and I'll verify with the janitor tomorrow, if you do in fact not do what you were told, Asano yelled as I made my way towards the cafeteria, where my poor friend was waiting for me. End of flashback. So now you know why I'm pissed. As I made my way down towards the icky-ass basement of our school, I rang my mom to tell her I'd be late because I had after-school cleaning. Of course, I would be saying it was for volunteer work, not because I got punished by someone my bloody age. Anyways, I called her and she picked up, as usual. "Hey Mom, I'm gonna be late, is that okay?" I asked, sweat dripping from my forehead. "How late?" she asked. I sunk in a corner as I looked around the basement. This would take the rest of the day. 7 to 8? I choked up. Why in the bloody hell for? She shouted through the phone. I knew this was going to happen. Damn it, that Asano Gakushū. "I have volunteer work for school." Is that what you're saying? Volunteer hours? I looked up to see that evil son of the principal to my school, who was in every way respectful. Yeah, right. I glared at him and covered my phone's speaker with my hand. "Yes, is that okay?" I asked, giving my attention to the phone again. "Absolutely. There with me, Mrs. Ellen." A calm voice spoke beside me. I turned and Gakushū swiftly took my phone out of my hand. "Who is this?" I barely heard the other line. "This is Asano Gakushū, ma'am." "The principal's son?" she asked. "Yes, ma'am," he responded. Oh, how he could change his demeanor perfectly. I envy that. But that's the only thing I envy. Uh-huh. Yes. Wyan agreed to stay with me after school to help clean up the basement a bit. Okay, I'll let them know. The call ended and Asano slid me my phone. I glared at him. "You're welcome." He smirked. "For?" I questioned, not caring who he was, unlike my suck-up of a mother. He clicked his tongue and said, "You're just so obnoxious sometimes." "That's you!" I shouted back. He clicked his tongue 3 times in a row, backing me up into a corner. His hands flew to my side and I let out a sharp breath. His smirk was inevitable and it got to me. I did my best to hold in a blush, but a slight pinkish color did form no matter how much I protested. My body had a mind of its own. He met my eyes and grinned. "I'm sophisticated." "Okay?" I questioned, still with my plain, I don't give a damn face on. He chuckled a little, then backed up. I stood upright and dusted myself off. "You're not sophisticated, you're a jerk," I stuttered as a matter of factly. "Say that one more time." He snapped, pointing a finger at me. "You're a jerk! Damn, Asano, you're supposed to be the smartest kid in our grade, hell, in our school, and your dumbass can't comprehend the simple words flying from my mouth?" This time, I got closer, and he backed up. You're a huge dick, and anyone who can see knows that." I spat. I was now the one sort of pinning him against the wall. I was pissed, not just from today, but from all the years I spent at Kunigigaoka Junior High. All the rage just came out. As I backed up, I began throwing large pieces of paper off to the side and let the janitor know I'll be needing plastic bags. I sighed out. Asano picked himself up off the wall and stood still, dusting off his clothes. Stupid rich boy, I angrily thought as he dusted himself off. I was more than satisfied with what I had said to him. I would not be taking any of it back, even if he threatened to send me to E-class. Oh shit, what if he sends me to E-class? My Karen of a mom would never forgive me. I looked up and met his eyes. He knew that I had just figured this out and smiled. Wait, did I get that right? Smiled? Yep, he was smiling all right. What? Nothing. I've just never been impressed as much as I have today. Good for you. I got back to cleaning. He clicked that damn tongue of his and walked closer. Still had that damned attitude. And so not sophisticated. He sung out, "Will you shut your trap with the sophisticated stuff already?" I screamed. "I'll see you tomorrow, Wyan." I probably won't. And why is that? I smiled and mimicked his voice. Because I'm not sophisticated. He scoffed and walked out while saying, "Your mom wants you to babysit on Saturday, by the way." Stupid bitch. I glared and kept cleaning. I got home at around 9:39 last night and still had household chores I needed to do before bed. I completed them and quickly changed into my PJ set. "Wyan, get up, you're already gonna be late," my mom shouted. I covered my ears with my pillow and groaned. I rubbed my eyes and looked over at the clock, which bloody read 8:30. Class starts at 9 and I'm going to be late. Well, shit. I hopped in the shower and threw on whatever my mom had pulled out for me while I was in there. I looked so idiotic and I hated it, but I didn't have time to complain. I ran into the kitchen with my backpack and immediately began shoving on my shoes. "Want some food before you go?" my mom questioned, handing me my lunch. "Yes, please," I said and grabbed the bag that was in her other hand. On the way to school, I ate what was in the bag, some cereal. I fixed myself in the mirror of the office bathroom and quietly walked to my class with the late pass in hand. I walked in and saw my friend waving at me. I gave my teacher the note and sat down. "You look nice, Wyan, but please try not to be late next time." I sighed as I knew I looked better than what I usually did, especially because I didn't get to throw my hair up in a bun and grab one of my favorite hoodies, though to me, I looked better that way. Ignore the hair part if you have short hair. "I'm sorry, I know it was Asano who kept you from being late," my friend apologized on her way to the cafeteria. I waved them off. "It's fine. Besides, it's mostly my fault for opening my big mouth." I laughed nervously, rubbing the nape of my neck. "It's good to see you finally admitted it," we both heard from behind. We turned to see the big five and Asano right in the middle, speaking. I glared as I always did at them and opened my mouth to say something, but Asano did before I could. "You look nice today, Wyan." I gave him a confused look. Why was he complimenting me? "Much more." He searched for a word, looking around at the trees surrounding us, then began to walk forward with the big five right behind him. He was right next to me, facing the opposite way. We were so close that our shoulders were freaking touching. I was annoyed, but at the same time still confused. "Sophisticated," he finished, eyeing me for a mere second before continuing down the path he had originally been walking down before. "You can take your sophisticated bull and shove it right up your—" "I'll be keeping an eye out on you, Wyan." Steam, literal steam, came out of my ears. My face was red out of irritation. That sophisticated bitch. Hello loves, so I hope you enjoyed that video. So I would like to apologize for the background noise right now because my mom's on the phone with my many cousins and they are really loud, and so is she. So anyways, this was requested by karma_1211 on YouTube, and I'm gonna read the bottom. It goes, "Hello, I hope you enjoyed this one shot. I know I spell it differently than the others, but it's easier this way, so just go with it, okay? Okay, that's all for now. Bye." Okay, so yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Bye loves!